Alright, so you're standing here with the Don't Tread on Me flag. This is the Second American Revolution. What do you have to say for the audience?
We're the 99%. We're taking our country back. We want peace and justice. And we want the principles of this country restored. We want the government restored back to the people. We want to end, the corporate dominance of our country, our political system, and the government interference in our lives and oppression. We want liberty, freedom, and social justice, and we're taking it back. And this is the beginning of a new American revolution, just like you said. We're not stopping. We're occupying these streets across these 50 states, and there's nothing stopping us. We're just going to grow and grow until the whole country is awakened and shook alive. Feel me?
Feel it, bro.
Yeah.
What about the Federal Reserve? You got anything to say?
Federal Reserve, we got to end the Federal Reserve. It's a private corporation. It's tyrannical, and we got to end it. And these banksters and financial elites are profiting off these bailouts and these wars and this militarism and this international empire and the International Monetary Fund and the World Bank. You know what I'm saying? We got
So wait a minute. So you're actually telling me that you're aware of what's going on, not like what Fox News is trying to portray you as?
Yeah, man.
So you actually
Fox
know.
News and MSNBC, they're all part of the corporate elite. They're trying to co-opt the grassroots movements. We need to take back the public space by occupying, and we got to take back our country, and that's what we're doing.
Right on, bro. Thanks a lot, dude.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Keep it real. Keep it real, bro.
You too, fam.
You unlock this door with the key of imagination. Beyond it is another dimension. You're moving into a land of both shadow and substance, of things and ideas. You've just crossed over into the Twilight Zone.
If we discovered that space aliens were planning to attack, and we needed a massive buildup to counter the space alien threat, and really inflation and budget deficits took secondary place to that, this slump would be over in 18 months.
People of the earth, attend my words. We see that you have a small talent for war. We've seen your primitive conflicts and the nuclear balance of terror which precludes any real victory, and we despair. We bred you for finer things, and you have failed miserably to produce the potential we nurtured in you so long ago, and so the experiment is over.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. None of your traditional economic school box prescriptions will work as long as we are in this situation, spending for aliens or not. So what is the problem? The debt money system that has ensnared every nation. There are two aspects of this, and they both need to be addressed. Number one, national debt. Economists like to impress people by calling it sovereign debt. Of course, that term is an oxymoron.
No, it has nothing to do with retarded cattle or stupid mistakes you made with household cleaners.
In other words, the two terms can't go together. Why? If a nation borrows, then it is no longer sovereign by definition. Why? Because most of the borrowing is done primarily from banks or central banks. That's a problem because the borrower soon becomes servant to the lender. The result? We quickly have rule by banks.
There is only one holistic system of systems. One vast and immane, interwoven, interacting, multivariate, multinational dominion of dollars. Petrodollars, electrodollars, multi-dollars, Reichmarks, rands, rubles, pounds, and shekels. It is the international system of currency which determines the totality of life on this planet.
There's a word for this, and it's not democracy, it's plutocracy.
First of all, let's define plutocracy. What exactly is it? Well, technically, it's a rule by the rich or political power held by the wealthy.
Number two, banks create the vast majority of the money supply. Putting banks in charge of how much money we have quickly puts them in power over our governments as well. Is that so hard to see?
Now, I find it absolutely extraordinary that I wrote you a letter and I said, hey, who'd you lend the money to? What were the terms of those loans? How can my constituents in Vermont get some of that money? Who makes the decisions? Do you guys sit around in a room? Do you make it? Are there conflicts of interest?
We explain each of our programs. In terms of the terms, we explain the terms exactly. We explain what the collateral requirements are. We explain what...
To whom did you explain that?
It's on our website.
Yeah, okay.
So all that information is available in our commercial paper program.
And who got the money?
Hundreds and hundreds of banks. Any bank or that has access to the U.S. Federal Reserve's discount...
You tell us who they are.
No.
The Fed secretly loaned out the following: $8 trillion to the European Central Bank, $1.76 trillion to Citigroup, $1.36 trillion to Morgan Stanley, $1.28 trillion to Merrill Lynch, $919 billion to the Bank of England, $850 billion to Bear Stearns, $845 billion to Bank of America, $466 billion to the Swiss National Bank, $433 billion to Goldman Sachs, $387 billion to the Bank of Japan, and even $73 billion to Denmark's National Bank. If this is not ruled by banks, then what is?
No matter, we'll just have to try again elsewhere. But I thank you for a most amusing day. You people have a delightful sense of the absurd.
If we are pawns of dark powers, then even our highest aspirations become a grim joke. Doubters, please note, you've just seen it achieved once, however briefly, in the Twilight Zone.
To say that, they say that